Senator Duckworth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congresswoman Stefanik, it's good to see you again. When we met last week, we talked about your strategy for jumping in and getting up to speed among the many career diplomats at the United Nations. What can you say here today about how you will tackle that problem set of facing people who've been there for a long time and who may have long established relationships and experience at the UN headquarters?
I think it's very important to build on their significant experience. Right now, there's the transition happening. If confirmed, I hope to dig in and gain their expertise, particularly the regional expertise that many of the officials within the State Department serving at the UN mission. It's very important, particularly in the technical aspects and some of the technical organizations and some of the regional challenges within the UN system. Typically, the deputy permanent rep is a career, although presidentially appointed, and I will support the president's nominee, but our hope is that that will bring career expertise from within the State Department and an understanding of the UN system.
Will you commit to proactively engaging the rotating members of the Security Council and investing time, particularly in relationships throughout those who represent the Global South?
Yes, that is very important. It was an issue that you and I discussed, Senator, and was actually asked in previous parts of this hearing. It's incredibly important. If you look at China's inroads in the Global South, it's one of the greatest challenges that we face when you look at the UN voting habits of various countries. So we need to build upon our regional organizations and push back on Chinese influence in that region, and that starts with engagement.
Thank you. Shifting gears to Southeast Asia. The crisis in Myanmar feels like it is only escalating as the years pass since the Tatmadaw took control in 2021. Millions of people are internally displaced, and there are hundreds of thousands of Karen displaced in Thailand and nearly 1 million Rohingya displaced into Bangladesh. Although we've had UN Security Council Resolution 2669 since 2022, ASEAN's 5 points consensus since 2021, and increasing sanctions targeting the military junta, there is no sign to an end in sight for this crisis. It's also created a ripe environment for criminal activity, with cyber scam centers engaging in human trafficking and enriching themselves by targeting people with fraud. This has a major economic impact, including on people here in the United States who find themselves targeted. If confirmed as UN ambassador, what ideas would you have to get after some of the challenges that make up this really complex case? I'm not asking you to single-handedly solve the conflict, but can you touch on how you would work with regional bodies like ASEAN, especially under the Malaysian chairmanship year, or Thailand, our longest treaty ally of the United States, or the Philippines, where we have a security alliance, UN sub-agencies or other entities to break through the stalemate the world find ourselves in when it comes to Myanmar?
Yes, thank you so much for the question. This needs to be among the top priorities when it comes to standing up with human rights, and I'm grateful for the Congress and the Senate for having such a bipartisan record when it comes to standing up for human rights. I hope to return that to a top priority when the U.S. has the opportunity to chair the Security Council, and I think building on these regional organizations like ASEAN is very important. I myself led a delegation with House Armed Services Committee colleagues, House Intelligence colleagues. We went to Thailand. We have gone to other ASEAN countries on that visit and working with them within the region, because it's so important to the security in the region and the values that we strongly support in the region. You point out Thailand as our longest ally, oldest ally in the region. That's a very important relationship, and you have my commitment to continue to build on that. And I also think, ASEAN in this particular human rights challenge that you pointed out, but I think we ought to build on these international organizations like AUKUS, the Quad writ large within the UN, because I think that helps continue to expand our ability to deliver diplomatic results.
Thank you. I very much look forward to working with you in your new position. Congratulations.
Thank you, Senator Duckworth.
Thank
You're
you.
back, Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Duckworth.